Close. Target. English leg. There's the sure. Tonight, we're going to do a reenactment of what would have happened here in 1740, a period of extreme strife. You're under attack by the British.
All direction. Media. Stop.
Tell you about faith.
On the vehicle service.
Right hand to the weapon.
Lieutenant service.
Bring the gun down to your right side.
Hanging a llave del tenor.
Put it into half-cock.
Limping la pieza.
Clean off the flame so it won't shoot.
Soap on the calzoleta.
Blow it any sparks in the pan or you'll have a bad day.
Sucking up cartouche.
You hit your cartridge box and take out a cartridge.
Open our cartouche.
Open the cartridge. You gotta have teeth so kids floss every day or you join the artillery.
Save.
Prime the pan.
Cierra la calzoleta.
Close the pan.
Pasa las armas al lado izquierdo.
Pass the gun to your left side.
Mete la cartouche al señor.
Put the cartridge to the gun. By the way, they will not shoot in your direction. Take out the rammer.
Alto la piqueta.
Change the direction of the rammer.
Corta la piqueta.
Shorten the rammer.
Alto la piqueta, señor.
Bring the rammer to the gun.
Attack.
Ram the cartridge home.
Cierra la piqueta.
Bring out the rammer.
Alto la piqueta.
Change the direction. This is step-by-step instruction.
Corta la piqueta.
Shorten the rammer.
Alto la piqueta. Good.
Put the rammer back in its place so the gun becomes useless.
Armas todo.
Shoulder arms.
Oh.
He's going to post the troops. In 1740, we were a small garrison on the outskirts of the world's largest empire, that of Spain. Everybody wants it. England, France, everybody wants it. To the north of us is a new colony called Georgia. It has invaded land given us by treaty between Madrid and England. But General Oglethorpe does not care. He produced a map that shows the Altamaha River, their southern border, entering the St. John's. He shows it to his king. He says, fine, you can move down to the St. John's. Start taking over this land. There is a war brewing in Europe, the War of Austrian Secession. It is a world war. We're a tiny part of that. At this point, Oglethorpe is planning to come down here. He's already taken our forts to the north, forts to the west along the river, and we're under invasion. We expect at any minute to be under attack. The action lands up for months surrounding the city as best he could, and we're under bombardment until relief came. Every night, while waiting for the attack, this would be the governor's palace. The governor would order our gates locked, a guard posted, and a guard posted here. Be at his disposal. Now the outfits you see are classic of that time. Our sergeant has 2 stripes on his sleeve. Is wearing a classic uniform of St. Augustine. All the clothing you're wearing, we all have, including the mayor, is classic of that time. As an official, she'd have had to buy clothes, a number of people may have been harassed. Now the outfit is French. Our king is Philip V. He's Philip d'Anjou. He is the grandson of French King Louis XIV. He does not speak Spanish, he speaks French. He brings French customs and culture with him. Ladies, where is the height of fashion? Paris. So what do? We copy the French. It's uniform. Rudy Committee. We start off with buckled shoes. Now I have right and left. Most of them had no right or left. They meant you could change feet evenly. Where evenly they thought you could have a right and left at the waist. Buckled. On top of that we have knee socks. Why knee socks? Louis XIV thought it was sexy to show off your calves, gentlemen. So you always show off your calves, therefore knee socks. On top of that we have woolen breeches. We have to wear these in the summer too. You have a linen or cotton shirt under that. Your shirt will come down below your knees. It is your pajamas. And in the daytime, you pull the ends together and get your underwear. is because you would never be caught in your pajamas or underwear running around outside. He wears a waistcoat, a vest, also out of wool. On top of the vest, he has a greatcoat. Again, wool. My outfit's approximately 30 pounds of wool and linen. A cravat around the neck, which becomes gentlemen your necktie later on. Our hat is a tricord. It is not a pirate's hat. It is French style. Now, you notice he's got a musket on his shoulder. The problem is, the original hats were round and fluffy. If you put a musket on your shoulder, you knock your head off. So they cock one side up. Put the gun on the other shoulder, you knocked it off again, so they cocked the other side up. Put it across your back, you knocked it off again, so they cocked all three sides up. The French said that looks cool, it becomes a style for over 100 years. It has no functional value. When it rains, it makes a great water spout. Doesn't keep the rain off, doesn't keep the sun off, but it is style. On the left side of his hat, he has a ribbon called a cockade, after the cocked hat. The ribbon is red. It is the country of Spain. It is our national color. If it was black, we'd be British. White was French. This time the French were our allies. If it was orange, it'd be Dutch. Green is Italian, and powder blue was German, Prussian. And that is the basic uniform. The guns you saw them all carrying are flintlocks. This is a Spanish flintlock, known as an escopeta, which just means shotgun. Flint, piece of rock, very sharp. You can really do surgery with it. It's extremely sharp. That rock springs against a piece of steel we now call a prison. It produces sparks. If you watch when they load it, they put powder in the pan. It blows the pan. They then put a ball and powder down the barrel and ran it home. Everything you saw there was just a single shot. To shoot these guns, and they'll shoot it at the end of the demonstration, so please stay on that side of the sidewalk. The gun is put in full cock. He calls it shooting drill. The gun is pointed. The trigger is pulled, and hopefully the rock scrapes the steel like in a cigarette lighter. Produces a spark, it goes into the pan, it lights off the powder in the pan, there's a tiny hole inside the pan. Hopefully, if the spark goes through that, setting up the main charge. I say hopefully, because about 30% of the time it will start. Now, think of something. Flint steel. Can't have a rainstorm and shoot this. Can't have snow and shoot. And in Florida, in our high humidity, you get so much moisture building up on these things. An army had to have good weather to go out and kill someone. Which is why they did not have too many battles in winter. It was, in its time, the M16 was era. The military used these guns. They were considered rapid load. A good soldier could load one of these in about 20 seconds. Accuracy, non-existent. A real expert can hit something at 50 yards. Beyond that, you don't know where the ball's going. The ball in that gun is 60 exact caliber. So you've got a 50 caliber ball. It's smaller than 4. So when you shoot it, the ball's bouncing. The last bounce is in the direction. To get around that, they would often wad the ball and put a wadding on top of it. When you shoot it, depending on the force, the air blowing around it, you don't know its range. They are deadly. But beyond about 50 yards, if you hit somebody, you're lucky. Get around the inaccuracy. Everybody loads. Everybody lowers their guns together. You notice there's no sights. Everybody shoots together. That way, hopefully, somebody hits something on the other side. It may not be what you're pointing the gun at, but it's less devastating. These balls are very slow. Some of our guns, like the Besses, brown Besses, you can have, shoot 75 caliber, 3/4-inch lead ball. It hits up and flattens out. I've shot mine at the range and get a piece less the size of a silver dollar. Devastating wound. It didn't just injure something, it took off whatever it did. That was the basic. Okay, yes, there were rifles, but rifles took 2 to 3 minutes to load. the ball has to be bigger than the muzzle. You have to hammer it in and shove it all the way down. That takes 2 or 3 minutes. And that time you get off 10 to 12 shots. You're 50 yards apart. Who's going to win that battle? So the military went with the backup shots. They had riflemen, but the riflemen would set out first, shoot our officers, disrupt formation, and they battle behind the line. Now tonight, our relief is on the way in. We'll do a formal ceremony to change the guard. They will then do a demonstration. Until we clear the guns and know everything's safe, we stand outside the road. Then you'll be invited over to meet everybody, take any pictures.
Now where we
The group comes in, you'll be flying a flag. That flag is a white flag with a red cross on it. That red cross is across the St. Agnes. It is a Burgundian flag. It was the national flag of our first king, Philip I, who was son-in-law of Ferdinand and Isabella. We brought that from Burgundy, and as a respect for him, it became an unofficial military ensign for the Spanish, and stayed that way for most of the time up until the end of the 18th century. If you look very carefully, you'll see something very interesting in that flag. Go look at our state flag. Red cross with a seal in the middle. That's what that's for. Our state flag is a copy of the Burgundian flag. The barbs on it represent the barbs of the Brandon, St. Andrews.